Top 10 Best African Cities. Africa is home to several budding metropolises, spectacular in style, infrastructure, and economic viability. These cities are distinctively famous, whether it's the ancient civilization in Cairo or one of the world's most beautiful botanical gardens in Cape Town. If you're ever interested in touring Africa, these are the top 10 best African cities you must visit. Number 10. Lagos. Nigeria's modern city, Lagos, sits at our number 10. The former Nigerian capital basks in its title as the most populous city in Africa. The big boys in suits also call it the economic capital of Western Africa. This city's most affluent parts are Ikoyi and Victoria Island. The wealthiest area of the metropolis, known for their vibrant beach resort, classic boutiques, and busy lifestyle. Lagos is oftentimes called the New York of Nigeria. The city is home to many of the country's celebrities and houses Nigeria's arts and entertainment industry. If you are a die-hard fan of Nigeria's Yoruba native dialect, Lagos is one of the best places to hear it in its rawest form. The city is one of the fastest growing metropolises in Africa and, as such, sees an influx of expats and the birth of new organisations within its fast-paced environment. Lagos is also known for its enlivening Owambe parties that happen every weekend. The parties are endowed with surplus foods, drinks, and colourful Ankara fabrics worn by party-hungry youths. Number 9. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. At number 9 is Tanzania's Dar es Salaam. Dar es Salaam, the Arabic word for abode of peace, is Tanzania's largest city, and its industrial hub is one of the major trade ports in East Africa. Founded in 1862 by the then Sultan of Zanzibar, Dar es Salaam had existed as the former site of Nzizima. The sprouting city began to make significant waves when the German East African Company established a lively station. Dar es Salaam is a budding city with a rich blend of architecture that reflects its colonial past. You'll find bits and pieces of German, Swahili, British, and Asian influences among its citizens. Furthermore, it's home to beautiful beaches, an international airport that easily accesses all of Tanzania, and is a respectable tourist attraction. Number 8. Accra, Ghana. At number 8, we have Accra, Ghana's capital and largest metropolis. Accra is located right on the Atlantic coasts and boasts spectacular gold sand beaches. It's a budding African city with various lively restaurants and shopping malls. The city is a frequent vacation spot for its West African neighbours. Regarding tourism, Ghana's Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park is a popular attraction. The park is named after Ghana's first president, the founding father of a new Ghana, free from colonial influences. Number 7. Algiers, Algeria. The Paris of Northern Africa, Algiers is a beautiful city that sits on a bay on the Mediterranean coast. This subversion of France's beautiful city is home to some of the most spectacular beaches in Africa. The city houses an attractive Kechawa Mosque, which was built as far back as the 17th century and is adorned with 2 large minarets. In Algiers lay the magnificent Basilique Notre-Dame d'Afrique, translated as Our Lady of Africa. This neo-Byzantine architectural masterpiece was built in 1872, after 14 years of construction. Interestingly, this religious centre has an invocation to the Virgin Mary, which reads, Notre-Dame d'Afrique, priez pour nous et pour les musulmans, which translates to Our Lady of Africa, pray for us and the Muslims. Number 6. Nairobi, Kenya. Boasting some of the best infrastructures in Africa, Kenya's renowned capital city, Nairobi, is one of the world's most stunning destinations. The city is a blend of contemporary housing structures and traditional building patterns. Nairobi is an access point to the Kenyan Wildlife Safari. It also has its own national park just outside the city, where the critically endangered black rhino species is bred. Another popular tourist attraction is Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, a rehabilitation centre for abandoned infant elephants. Here you get one of the rare chances of adopting an elephant for as little as £35 a year. The elephants are properly cared for till they are mature enough to be released back into the wild. The Kenyatta International Convention Centre is a great place to spend an afternoon sightseeing. It is the 6th tallest building in Kenya, and for a small fee, you get to drool over the spectacular view of the city. It's also a perfect place to watch the sunset, especially with a loved one. Number 5. Johannesburg. Joburg, as the locals fondly call it, is one of South Africa's wealthiest and most modern cities. This budding metropolis is a plethora of exotic restaurants, 5-star hotels, and modern skyscrapers. You can tour South Africa's Apartheid Museum, which archives tales and complexities of the South African struggle for freedom. The Mandela House is one more destination that you won't want to miss out on. This honorary museum portrays the life of Nelson Mandela through pictures and displays of his and his family's belongings. The suburbs of Johannesburg are pretty distinctive and contain various malls and restaurants where you can feast on the local cuisines. Number 4. Marrakesh, Morocco. Marrakesh is Morocco's 4th largest city and is one of the best places to see ancient Moroccan architecture. Marrakesh is home to a spectacular medieval high-walled Medina that dates back to the Berber Empire. If you're interested in savouring all the breathtaking architectural structures of this city, then you might have to take a trip to Koutoubia Mosque. The religious centre was built in the 12th century and is recognised by its Moorish minaret, which is an integral part of the city's skyline. Newer structures, like the Museum of African Contemporary Art Al Madine, have also proven to be a budding tourist attraction. Number 3. Stone Town, Zanzibar. Stone Town is a 2,000-year-old former Swahili coastal trading centre and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The city is renowned for its fantastic array of architectural structures and a cultural blend that mixes Arabic, Asian, European and African cultures into a singular mesh. Stone Town houses many museums, cathedrals, and mosques that are strong tourist attractions. The city also offers a stunning sunset dhow cruise, where you watch the sun stoop below the horizon most ecstatically. Stone Town's famous narrow streets are a wonder to behold. Its maze-like arrangements inspire a bittersweet experience, because while you're busy taking in the architectural style, you may also get deeper into its labyrinth. The best time to visit Stone Town is between December and February's dry season, or, better still, between June to October, when the weather conditions are more tolerable. Number 2. Cairo, Egypt. Located at the back of the Nile River, Cairo is the largest Egyptian city and is fondly called the city that never sleeps. Tourists come in droves to explore Cairo's top attractions. Among such is the Egyptian Museum, which is filled with antiques, ancient artifacts, and mummified bodies of ancient rulers. The city has an 187-metre high tower in the Zamalek district of its Hazira Island, where you can get an exhilarating view of the city. In Cairo lies Egypt's most treasured possession, the famous Egyptian pyramids, dating back to the 20th century BC, and the Great Sphinx. You can get to the pyramids via a camel safari. Riding on these huge domesticated mammals offers you the rare opportunity of watching an electrifying view of the sunset. Number 1. Cape Town, South Africa. At an enviable number 1 is Cape Town, South Africa. Lying at the base of Table Mountain and the Atlantic Ocean, the city features beautiful beaches and a host of Mother Nature's attractions. You may climb to the top of Lion's Head to catch a thrilling view of the sunset, or go hiking at Table Mountain National Park. Another attraction is the Kirstenbosch National Botanical Garden, acclaimed as one of the world's 7 most magnificent botanical gardens. On the outskirts of this beautiful city is Boulders Beach, a tourist attraction for penguin lovers. It's the only place where people can get close to African penguins. Geographically, Robben Island, where South Africa's first president was imprisoned, lay at Table Bay, an area 10 kilometers away from Cape Town. Furthermore, Cape Town is one of the country's 3 capital cities and serves as the seat of the South African Parliament. The city was initially founded by the Dutch East India Company as a supply station for Dutch ships sailing to East Africa, India, and the Far East. In 2016, Cape Town had 10 of its beaches awarded Blue Flag status, a certification that means they meet the high environmental and quality standards, making Cape Town the first non-European city to have its beaches Blue Flag certified. We cannot possibly exhaust all the beautiful things about these cities, but we're sure you have an idea or two about these places. Did you find a personal favourite? Let us know in the comment section.